Where we at? 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 What's up, bro? How you doing? Man, I don't know why, man. I just been having the urge to just go on live, bro. Just I don't understand it. How you doing, bro? You good? I really, I really don't have too much in particular to talk about. Excuse my wine, y'all. Excuse my wine. Don't nail me to the cross because I drink wine. Please don't. Doing way better. I'm glad, bro. I'm glad you're doing way better. I'm glad you're doing way better, man. I've been thinking about I've been thinking about imagination all day today. I was thinking about imagination so much. I got that. Imagine your dream, create your happiness, and live your life. I mean, I just fell in love with that, man. It cost me like about $5, but how I feel about it, it feels priceless. It's just it just be the small things to me. Oh yeah, yeah, most definitely. The world events is woo, it's bad. Devin, how you doing? What's up? Andre, how you doing? What's up? What's up? But Kelly, bring up a topic. Bring up a topic about the current status of the world that you want to touch bases on, and we can do that. Matthew, hey, how you doing? People, imagination, 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 imagination. What's my favorite hobby? Art, most definitely. Art is my favorite hobby. I've been I've been an artist for a long time, and the funny thing about it, it started off with Dragon Ball Z. It most definitely started off with Dragon Ball Z. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that I'm not the only one. Yeah, like he was most definitely the best character, but out of all of the characters in the seasons, don't nobody match Super Saiyan 2 Goku. And I know this, I'm not trying to talk about Dragon Ball Z. I mean, but Gohan, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, when he fought Cell, not, I ain't seen nothing greater than that on Dragon Ball Z. Daniel 11:14, King James Version. In those times there should be many stand up against the kingdom of the south. Also the rise of The robbers of the people shall exalt themselves to establish division. But man, facts, man, facts. And see, this is what's happening behind the scenes. It's happening more behind the scenes than on the media, on mainstream TV or whatever. Whatever is abroad. You know, man, it's people behind the scenes. Man, we ain't playing. We ain't playing. Yeah, most definitely. My favorite TV show. I mean, I honestly can't answer that because I really don't watch TV like talking about. You know, I don't know. That's just me. Yeah, Kelly, man, it's especially Trump, man. Trump got so many hidden agendas. It's crazy, but I'm looking around and I'm like, so don't nobody see this guy? Yeah, the Bible most definitely can be weaponized, and the Bible has been weaponized, that's why we gotta have awareness out here. That's why we gotta have to give discernment to, and be able to distinguish these things. Boy, I'm talking about, hey, we get to talk about the Bible, boy. People leave quick, boy. Ooh, man, listen, people get to leaving so quick when we talk about the Bible. Well, good riddance then. Get on down. I mean, I don't mind talking about, different stuff, you know what I'm saying? But when it's time to talk about the scriptures, we don't need that. We don't need all that. Yeah. There are people called Kabbalists, and they use the book of Revelation, and they fulfill prophecy and hopes to bring about that. They do, man. They most definitely do. They do. They most definitely do. The great example is Euphrates River and drying up, which is biblical, but it is drying up because they installed a dam upstream. They, they got, they a copycat. See one thing about Lucifer, man. Lucifer is a copycat. He's just one big destiny swapper for real. And at this point, at this point in my life, you know what I'm saying. I'm kind of feeling like 75% of the world is some destiny swappers because hey, like, bro, be yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you have a contrary, belief, don't use the Bible. Don't use, what I'm saying, the Bible to think you getting ahead. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they be doing. They literally use the Bible thinking that they getting ahead when, bro, like the third temple, like the actual third temple, the separated bricks. You know what I'm saying? We getting downloads and and all this good stuff. That's not even in the scriptures. You know, and it's helping us. It's equipping us with the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You know, so we can move accordingly with the times, but at the same time moves to teach. It's like one big cosmic chessboard. It's like one big cosmic chessboard, most definitely. When Trump won the presidency, when Trump won the presidency the first time, I was shocked So I prayed about who he is and received the vision as being the Pied Piper. Oh man, everything the Pied. Well, that is a good name. Man, that is the perfect name for Trump, man. Man, Trump is the Pied Piper. Man, I couldn't say that. I couldn't have said that better, man. That was good, bro. That was so good. I'm gonna use that. The man. Hey, do you remember? Do you remember? Have you ever seen when he was at that rally? He was at a rally one day. He was at a rally one day, and he had told like a poem about the slithering snake or something. I can't remember exactly what he said, but I remember the situation, the poem, and then but I do remember at the very end he had said, "You knew I was a snake before you let me in." The man said that out his own mouth, and I was just flabbergasted. I was like, so ain't nobody paying this no attention. The man read a poem. First of all, what a poem about a sneaky snake biting somebody got to do with the presidency? Like he pretty much was literally subliminally telling the people, y'all can't trust me. I'm ever done. Y'all can't trust me. The man Trump literally said this on national television. And when you get a chance, when you get some time, Kelly, man, look up that poem that Trump had read. I mean, had recited about that snake. You're gonna be like, man, if you ain't never seen that before, man, I advise you to look that up when you get a chance, bro. You're gonna be like, yep. And this was the first campaign. You know, it was like, man, bro, man, people lost out here, bro. It's like, and then I used to feel isolated. I used to feel isolated, bro, because I'm like, man, am I the only one that can see all this stuff, man? Like, what is happening? What is going on, man? But as time went on, and the things that I've seen, man, the things that I have heard in the spirit, bro, I just accepted it. I accepted my fate, man. The veil. Not everybody is not gonna see behind the veil. I mean, which is fine. That's fine. But at the same time, don't discredit individuals that actually can see behind the veil. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to stop being, and I'm not talking about us. I'm just saying, just in general, as a broad perspective, as a human race. Okay, we got to stop being wrapped up in how somebody look, age, skin color. You know how they got their hair. Man, we got to stop that, man. Like, people got to stop that. People got to stop that for real. You know, the snake poem. You know what I'm talking about. You you see what I'm saying? I'm talking about that came out of their president's mouth. He literally told these people, the first campaign, that I'm a snake. And y'all knew what I was. Y'all knew what I was before y'all even let me in. Look at all these charges. Look at all these sexual assault charges, and fraud and bankruptcies and stuff like that. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Like, but America does this. America does this. This is what America does. Babylon. Confusion. And to be honest, and to to be honest, um well, what I was about to say. Oh yeah, and to be honest, I feel like I feel like the whole world has turned into Babylon. But see, I honestly feel like, based on my observation and how and how these politicians are moving in America, America is Mystery Babylon. I kind of feel like America is actually the headquarters of Babylon, because like America is the only country in the world that like literally has no direction. Everybody else still holding on to their cultures, their customs, and all that. But America, man, America ain't got no custom. America ain't got no culture. America is just like anything goes. Um, America got that Aleister Crowley. America got that Aleister Crowley mentality. That do as thou wilt mentality. That's what the type of mentality America got. And then I had Steve Bannon. I had Steve Bannon in my DM, in my messenger, trying to convince me that cryptocurrency, they call it the XRP. When you get a chance, look up XRP currency. Steve Bannon was all in my DM trying to convince me that XRP is going to be the new form of currency. And the man he asked me, I got the messages, I can screenshot the messages and and show it to you. Not on here. Not on here. Of course not on here. But the man tried to convince me that XRP is gonna be, the new currency of America, and he gonna ask me, do you know about the impending uh uh um the impending bank crashes? And I was like, yeah, I know about it. And he was like, well, you should join our XRP, and things like that. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, if you all know, that the bank systems is going to crash, how come you all are not doing anything about it? If you all know, you know what I'm saying? See, that don't make no sense. See, they doing it. They destroying America from the inside, so they can implement your digital currency, which gonna lead to, we know what it's gonna lead to. But at the same time, that's why we moving. That's why we moving how we moving out here, because we see it for what it is. And they started and they started trying to they started trying to you know shadow ban us. They started trying to come at us like they on friendly times, like we on friendly terms. You know what I'm saying? I swear, right hand to the Almighty, if I am lying, I am not who I say I am. Right hand to the Almighty. I have so many politicians stalking my Facebook pages, my my Instagram and everything. Like on Facebook, right? On Facebook, when you see people you may know, right? Those are people who who is actually tuning in, connecting with your, with your algorithm, with your Facebook, you know, and they just they think they so smart, bro. They think they just so smart. They think they so smart. I swear they do. But I be, I be kind of like, I kind of like it though, because you know they got the tendency to, to automatically judge me by my appearance and don't expect me to know the things that I know. You know, and one thing I've learned about people, when people think, when people assume something about you, they actually play games in your face, like how they see you, not knowing you actually see them. Okay? Like, bro, come on now. Come on now. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. I think they're all in on it. Like, they are all in on it. Every last one of them. Every last one of them are in on it. Every last one of them. They are. Because there is no way that they are witnessing these atrocities going on in their face, knowing, I'm talking about knowing that is literally affecting and destroying innocent people's lives just so they can maintain power. See, that's what it's about. It's about control. That's what it's about. That's what it has always been about. That's why I will never trust no one from the government. No one. They cannot be trusted. Especially the CIA. Man, the CIA is so bad, bro. The CIA is wicked. They don't even understand, like the masses, they don't even understand how wicked. Okay? They don't even understand how wicked the CIA is. For real. I got a bad feeling concerning XRP. It was an ad sent to me by a pastor. Man. But let me finish reading it though. I told him that I got a bad feeling that he should test the spirit behind the XRP, and he started attacking. Man, these pastors are undercover Masons. That's what they are. These pastors are undercover Masons. They collaborated with the FBI. That's how they got the 501c3. Okay? They in on it. They in on it. The Christian church it is not the real church. The Christian church is not the real church. Look how they act as people. They don't even have loyalty to each other. They don't even have loyalty to each other. Everybody that has ever done the worst things to me, right? As a human being, we're Christians. I'm sorry. It is what it is. They ain't fooling us. We see it for exactly what it is. Even the people selling gold and silver, I start thinking about it. And if the dollar is losing its value, why would you take US currency? Like, yeah, that's a good point. That's a real good point. You know, why would you sell your gold? Don't sell your gold. You selling your gold for a current. If a person's selling their natural resources for a currency that they know is about to be destroyed, that's an oxymoron. You just giving your gold away. Just giving it away. I ain't giving none of my gold away. None of it. For real. I ain't giving none of my gold away. The little gold that I have now and the gold that I'm accumulating in the future, that's gonna stay with me. Silver too. Beware of 2x. What's 2x? Elaborate on 2x. I never heard of 2x, Kevin. Boy, I swear, man, had a lot of viewers up in here when I first started, but once we got to talking about them scriptures, man, they got up out of here. People secretly they secretly hate the Almighty. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. Had all type of people up in here trying to talk to me about Dragon Ball Z, even though I like Dragon Ball Z, you know what I'm saying? Like that's not gonna stop me from talking about what I actually like. Come on now, man. People better wake up and smell the coffee. They better look in the mirror and self reflect. That's what they need to do. For real. People steady they steady complaining about, you know, how crazy the world is, but shun the solutions. That's insanity. That's insanity all day. That's almost like that's almost like doing the same things but expecting a different result. That's insanity. This is the stage we in today. This is the current status of the world. It be so many people constantly complaining about how dangerous the world is, but bash and dislike the people who speak against it. Now, what is that? Either you are the solution or you are the problem. Point blank, period. See, I see things black and white. I got that it is what it is mentality. There is no gray areas with me. And see that's like one of the main reasons why, hey, people don't I ain't gonna say people, but a lot of people don't rock with me because I have that mentality. Because people constantly try, people got a tendency to to create gray areas for situations, trying to compromise situations to make them feel comfortable about things that they know that they shouldn't feel comfortable about. They can hit the door where the good Lord split them. And this is the mentality. This is the mentality that I have to have. Because people be playing. People be playing with themselves. People be lying to themselves. They be lying to themselves, man. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for people's inflated egos, trying to belittle you to boost themselves, and it's crazy. Oh man, Masons don't even kill it. Masons are not even every Mason that I have ever came in contact with. Man, them people ain't got no wisdom. Man, them people ain't got no wisdom. They talk about ascending masters, you know, 33rd degrees and stuff like that, bro. No, they don't even know the origins of a lot of this stuff, man. People just join these organizations, you know, and because of a status, right? They join these organizations to get a status and handed a doctrine from people who never even went through the spiritual process to even become an ascended master. For real. How you gonna be a 33rd degree Mason and you don't even know what death and rebirth is? How you gonna be a 33rd degree Mason and you don't even know how to look within yourself in order to solve your own internal issues. You know what I'm saying? But in the forefront, to the naked eye, they present to the masses like they actually like that. Just because they do good deeds in the community, bro. That's an illusion. That's a whole illusion, and they know I know. They know I know that is a whole illusion. All that just because listen, just because a person, like do perceived good things for people doesn't mean that they are good people. Because people have the tendencies to do good things in front of crowds to paint an illusion like they are righteous people, but yet sharpening swords behind their back, having all type of gang stalking programs, right? Riding the goat. Like, come on, bro. Who rides the goat? Like, come on, bro. Like, we all know what a goat is. The goat is a Baphomet. That's what the goat is. Man, these folks ain't fooling me, man. I know what's going on. Man, I'm very intelligent. I am an intellectual. I might talk a little southern or a little rugged, but I am a real intellectual. Real life. These folks is crazy. These folks is insane. And they know that I know they insane. It is what it is. When Jesus was talking in Matthew 24, he was quoting from Daniel 12, where it's talking about a time of trouble. If you go to the Strong Concordance and look up that word trouble, it means female rival. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up because I'm not familiar with that one. That's some good sharpening right there, because just like that. And I'm gonna tell you another good sharpener too. When you said that hold up, let me. You said something else. I ain't talking about the pie. I ain't talking about the pie piper. That was just, bro. That was good, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, man, I'm gonna use that for, man. That is Trump. That is Trump all day, man. That pie piper, bro. That's him. And now that I think about it, and now that I think about it, Pied Piper, it remind me. it remind me of the horn. I started praying about was the female rival and believe it as the modern day Catholic Church united with the government and corporation fund. Facts. The Christian church is the fake bride, bro. They not the real bride, bro. Look how they operate. Just look how they operate. Look how they treat each other. Like they don't even operate. They don't even operate how how the Messiah operate. They don't even operate how the prophets operate. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, they don't operate like that. They don't even they don't even keep the customs that that they Messiah even kept. You know, just like Passover. Just like Passover. I get them every time with the Passover or everything. You ask them you ask them what they celebrate. You ask them what they celebrate, Passover or Easter. The main thing they'll say is Passover is the old law. That's the first thing they'll say. Passover is the old law. We not under the old law, so we don't have to celebrate Passover. What? In the New Testament, the Messiah has said, do this in the remembrance of me. Like straight up. Ooh, somebody pulling on my energy so hard right now. Ooh. Somebody pulling on my energy so hard, boy. Somebody even talking. They either talking real bad about me right now, or they doing some witchcraft. One of the two. Mm-mm. See, they be thinking I be playing. They think, man, bro, every time somebody do that, every time somebody pull on my energy and get the acting doing some crazy stuff, I be knowing that, see, that energetic signature don't lie. And see, that's why I don't even post, my surroundings and my house and where I'm at and stuff, like, because people be screenshotting pictures and doing chants and stuff on over your pictures and stuff like that, and they don't even know that they energetic signature, they energetic portrait is in my brain when they doing this stuff. They don't understand this. I be knowing who be doing that, man. People be man. People are disgusting spiritually, for real. They really are. But they think we crazy. They think spiritual people crazy. They honestly think that we are insane, but the whole time they the ones acting insane in the dark. So doing witchcraft on somebody is normal, man. That's why we can't listen to these people, man. Hold on, Kelly. Man, we can't listen to these people, man, because people will say anything. People will say anything just to justify their stupidity. It is what it is. People will do anything. Mm, mm, mm. Boy, somebody doing some witchcraft right now, boy. They doing some chanting, boy. And then they get terrified. They get terrified when I actually identify them in the spirit, in the spiritual realm. Like they honestly think that they not being seen doing witchcraft. just because I'm not around them. I see you. I know who you are. I'm like Cat Williams. Do you know I can see you? Like, bro, like what is this? Man, listen, man, I'm a seer. And I don't care what nobody think about it. I don't care what the Christians think about it. I don't care what these self-righteous Hebrews think about it. I don't care what nobody think about it because they can't take my spiritual gifts. Period. People can you know downplay you. People can you know try to use these covert tactics to lower your self-esteem and stuff like, man, people can't lower my self-esteem because I know who I am. I know who I am in the Messiah. I know what's going on. I know who I am in the Messiah, and I know who I am in the spirit. Like literally, I know who my people were in like in ancient times. I know this. This is things that I know. So they can do whatever they want to do. They can say whatever they want to say. Do all that. They and see this is where we need to be as the true assembly. You know, just not caring, man. Just not caring what people say, man. Just not caring. You know, we don't like we can't care. We can't care what people be talking about, man. We can't because if we do, then that's when we compromise. And see that's where the Christian church failed. They compromised. Yeah, that's what they did. I ain't compromising nothing, man. I ain't compromising nothing, bro. When it comes to my integrity, when it comes to my morals, my values, my self-respect, I could care less who rock with me or who don't rock with me. It could be friends, family, dog, cat, it don't matter who it is. Because I know one thing. My self-respect and my integrity is what strengthens my relationship with my creator. Because I stand on something. I stand for something. We stand for something. We stand for something. And see that's why they never liked the prophets. They always hated the prophets because they stood for something. They weren't compromising for nothing. True enough, they might have had their own vices, you know, just like me. I drink wine, and I don't care what nobody think about it. I will get in front of my brothers, my not sorry brothers and sisters, and have me a glass of wine if I want to. I like to drink wine. So I'm not drinking it to get intoxicated. I drink it to kind of mellow me out after a long day. And then I sip. We can't be caring what these people think, man. We can't care what nobody think. We can't do that. We can't do that. Yeah. But I'm about to get off here real fast. I gotta I gotta answer this. Shalom, y'all.